The scam and the grift are growing, and I'm going to have to pay for it, and you are going to have to pay for it. Let me explain what is going on. Donald Trump said to NBC News something that really should stop you cold, but it should also infuriate the MAGAs. Trump says American oil companies might spend billions of dollars rebuilding Venezuela's oil infrastructure. And then, isn't this convenient? They could get reimbursed by the US government, meaning your tax dollars. Big oil spends money, big oil takes the profits, you take the risk and you reimburse them. Trump said that the companies would be spending, quote, a tremendous amount of money. And then he said they'll get reimbursed by us or through revenue. Now, by us means the federal government. The federal government is funded by you, by your tax money. This is not, well, we are funding improving bridges in the United States. This is not, we are funding better access to less expensive health care in the United States. This is not, we are funding rent and groceries for people. This is corporate welfare dressed up as foreign policy, and this is not a new idea. We have seen this movie before. After the Iraq War, American companies rushed in to rebuild oil fields and infrastructure. Taxpayers paid trillions for the war. Private contractors walked away with massive contracts. Regular Americans got nothing but debt and higher deficits. And it's the same story in Afghanistan, where billions were spent on reconstruction. And much of it vanished into actual waste, fraud, and sweetheart deals. The public paid, contractors profited, the country collapsed anyway. And then when Wall Street crashed the economy in 2008, we were told, well, the banks are too big to fail. And so they got bailed out. The homeowners didn't, the workers didn't. They socialized the risk. Capitalism for the profits, socialism for the risks. The profits stayed private, and this is the exact same model. Now, Trump says that this Venezuela plan is going to lower oil prices. Maybe. The truth is gas prices have remained in that low $3 a gallon range for a long time. And it's not that likely that they're going to go much lower. So I don't even really know what we're fixing here. We're not fixing cost of living. We're not helping the working families that are currently hurting. It's just Trump says the oil companies are going to do very well, and then we're going to reimburse them. Now, the other thing which I mentioned yesterday, which is critical, is that these oil companies are not exactly rushing in on their own. They're cautious. They are hesitating for a bunch of different reasons. Number one, Venezuela has a long history of nationalizing oil assets. They could get in there and start spending money. And then next thing you know, there is a renationalization of those oil assets, and it's all taken away, and the American companies that got involved lose the money. Number two, it's very risky, because anytime you're doing anything involving Donald Trump, if the winds change, the metaphorical winds change, all of a sudden you're out, or the plan changes, or Trump doesn't care about it anymore. So it is even risky for the companies that want to get involved. So what does Trump come up with? Let's put the taxpayers on the hook. If it fails, you'll get reimbursed by working Americans who pay taxes into the system. But if it works well, then you'll be able to cash in. Final thought about this. The context. This is coming alongside military action in Venezuela. Trump has admitted that even though he didn't inform the House and Senate in advance of what he was doing with the kidnapping of Nicolas Maduro, that he did inform the oil companies. He said he spoke to the oil companies before and after. And when you look at that chain, military pressure, corporate opportunity, the public's interest, last. Abiding by the rule of law, last. Even though Trump shouts about America first. But it's the same trick every time. The people that Trump used to get himself elected and whose donor money he gladly accepted, they end up coming last. It's the corporations that go first. It's Trump's ambitions that go first, Trump's ego, Trump's concern, growing concern with what his legacy is going to be. But the average person goes last. And when the rent spikes, you don't get reimbursed. But the oil companies will get reimbursed if it doesn't go that profitably in Venezuela. It is a scam. It is yet another scam that Donald Trump has pulled on his own base. And if you are just a normal American trying to stay afloat, you should be furious. I know that many of my friends and colleagues on the left and in the center are furious about this. There are even a couple of Republicans like Rand Paul who are saying, what the hell are we doing here? We're going to look at a clip from Fox News of Kat Timpf and Greg Gutfeld, clearly confused about what is Trump doing here? What is going on? What is this all about? But I don't know whether the MAGAs are ready to say he screwed us, he scammed us. One scam is that we are all going to end up paying for the oil speculation in Venezuela. The second scam that is coming to light, that is surfacing like rotten varnish coming out of old wood, or I don't know what the right imagery is. The second scam is about Trump as the anti-war president, and we've got to talk about that next. Appreciate you watching. Stick around for this next video, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you actually see our uploads. You can also catch the full podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.